pretty much set on going over it? Was Ohio State ever a factor, possibility for you?
Yeah, I'd had conversations with two programs on top of Oregon, and kind of just did my due diligence. But I think once I did go on that visit to Oregon, and I was able to see it and be at the facility, talk through things, I think it was one that I couldn't pass up. And like I said, having conversations in alignment immediately, and being in my 6th year, knowing what's real and what's not, it was one that I saw right away and had to make a decision.
What were your conversations with Ryan Day like?
It was good. I think with anything, throughout that process, it's just gaining information on one another. I think the recruiting process is what it is, and I think everyone that was a quarterback in the portal was able to have conversations in different schools.
I know that they wanted to wait. I mean, that was their thing. They wanted to see Dillon Gabriel play in the Cotton Bowl.
Yep.
I'm assuming that was a big thing. You didn't want to wait, right? You wanted to go.
For sure. I think going through, my third recruiting process, I know it's a stressful time for anyone who's transferred. Although there's, beauty in it with new beginnings and all that, everyone knows the stress and, a lot that comes with it. Whether it's the moving companies, the moving in, there's just a lot that comes with it. So, the faster you can make a decision and feel good about it, be decisive, then it allows you to act accordingly.
With that said, how crazy is to think 2 Big 12 quarterbacks last year could be going against each other on October the 12th? With Will Howard sitting there.
Yeah,
is that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's, to me, it's different in college football because it is new. But I also believe, in the NFL, it was one league, and Peyton went from Indianapolis Colts to the Denver Broncos, and it was different, but life moved on. And to me, I just think, like I said, the less disparity between the NFL and college, whether it's like the in-helmet communication, tablets on the sideline, some sort of free agency that we're talking about. I just think that it'll be better for the players in adjusting to the next level.
Several of us are from the Columbus area who are standing here in front of you right now. And how do you look at this season and not at least peak toward Ohio State on October the 12th? Everybody nationally is looking at that as a huge showdown game. You as a player, how do you keep that in perspective?
Yeah, I think you keep it in perspective as, you still got to play the games beforehand. And, of course, there's matchups that everyone looks forward to. And I think that's what makes it fun about college football. But, each week you have to go out and produce. It's a production-based sport, and what have you done for me lately? And, that's why, living in the now, living in the moment will be really good for the players. And, that's part of your guys' job of getting ahead and getting it right for us and getting all the excitement going. So I appreciate you guys doing that.
Do you know Will Howard at all?
I do. So I of course, the Big 12 knew of him. Playing the first year against them, and the second year we didn't play against each other, but knew of him, and then met at the Manning camp this year. But very familiar with his game due to just watching, whether it's when he was playing at K-State, and then opponents we'd watch, we'd have, film from there.
How would you describe?
What do you think of him as a quarterback?
No, extremely talented. I think he does a great job of, running the football and throwing the ball. Great command, and has done a great job, at K-State. And, it'd be exciting. Those are the type of matchups you look forward to, and, that week rolls around. So.
What do you think October 12th is going to be like at Autzen Stadium?
I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's electric. I think it'll be cool. I don't know what their schedule's looking like, but being able,
tough game for them.
or first, West Coast game maybe. So that'll be cool. And I know they've played before in non-conference, but like I said, I think so many people look forward to those non-conference games and cool matchups, and you'd have to wait, another 10 years to make it happen. But now you get it, more consistently, and I think fans, players, coaches, everyone involved in college football are looking forward to that kind of stuff.
They're supposed to play in 2020 in the pandemic right now.
Gotcha.
So you next year, Columbus 41.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You mentioned before there were 2 other programs you were talking to before you chose Oregon. What was the other program you were talking to?
You could,
I don't want to say now, but 2 great programs, and had great conversations with both of them, and just super respectful throughout that process. You know, I was, as you may know, it happened really fast, so the conversations had to be high level and you know, kind of direct, but you know, we ultimately got to this point, but as you can imagine, where the other places were.
if Ohio State had said, "We'll take you today,"
I don't even know what you know, those that's in the past. I'm focused on the now, but not to give you that kind of answer, but you know, God's got me right where I need to be, and I'm blessed to be where I'm at.
What was it that made Oregon a perfect place for you?
I think just the alignment of everything that I was looking for, but most importantly, you know, right when I needed it. You know, whether it's that, you know, conversation with Coach Lanning, I remember it like it was yesterday. And like I said, it wasn't necessarily a matter of if, it was just how we're going to get it done. And just now being at this point through 7 months, you know, everything we talked about is coming to fruition, and he's been a man of his word. So, you know, we can talk about guys on the team, offensive fit, the whole 9, but I think the relationships, you know, leading with my heart, I think that's never, you know, led me down the wrong path.